All right, welcome back to another Sweatin' with Southwood week. We are going to get started with our upper body circuit. We're gonna go back to that 40-second on, 20-second rest. We're gonna do those 5 moves for 3 rounds. It'll be about roughly 15 minutes. Let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna need a pair of heavy weights, so from 15 to 25 pounds, use your discretion. And a little bit lighter weight, so I'm thinking 10 to 15 pounds for your medium weights, not light weights, medium weights. Let's go ahead and get ourselves set up on the floor with our backs on our mats, with those heavy weights in hand. We're gonna get started with a chest press. Come on down. I'll get us all set up before our 40-second start. So safely placing weights on each side. Roll on back, and I'm gonna hit play. All right, so here you want your elbows in line with your shoulders. A light touch when you're coming down in your press. Keep your lower back ignited onto the floor, pressed into the floor, which means your core is ignited. When you're doing these chest press, think about pulling a rubber band apart and slowly letting it go back together. All right, weights down. We're gonna go to our medium weights for our chest fly. I'm thinking about these medium weights. This might be a little too heavy for me. So we'll see. It might be too heavy. We will see. Oh, I think it's gonna be too heavy. Here we go. We're gonna roll on back and we're gonna open, ooh, and close. So you have a slight bend in your elbows. Your heels are tucked in nice and close to your glutes. And it's like you're opening and closing around a big ball, like a big beach ball. So keeping this in your chest, out of your shoulders, so keep those shoulders down away from your ears. Ooh, nice and slow. All right, now we're gonna transition from 2 weights to 1, and we are gonna do a skull crusher. Gonna stay right where we are on our backs. We're gonna have our elbows at 90 degrees, holding our weights above our stomach, and we're gonna lift above our head and back down, keeping that 90 degrees in our elbows. Now you're gonna feel this in your core. If your back starts to lift up at all when you're going above your head, that's where you need to stop your weight, bring it back down. That lower back needs to stay on the ground to keep this work in your triceps. Woo-wee, that does burn. And we're also working your core at the same time. Oh, one more, get one more in there. Alrighty, now I put these in here because this is something that I still need to, I say it like I still need to practice this. We all still need to practice this. Flip on over, we're gonna do some tricep push-ups. We are gonna level them here. So, knees under hips is your level 1. Directly under your hips, and you're just bending at those elbows and coming down. This keeps all of the workout in your triceps. Next level, bring those knees out further and lowering that chest down to elbow height. Goal here is to keep moving. Ultimate goal is to eventually scale to your toes and at least do 1. I can barely do 2. All right, so we did tricep push-ups. We're gonna wrap it up nicely with a renegade row. Option here to do them on your knees or on your toes. I'm gonna scale and do them on my knees today to show you that option. So knees under your hips. You do want your shoulders directly over your wrists. So our renegade row, elbow pulls up to the sky. And we're keeping our chest square to the ground, which means we're not doing any of this opening of our chest to the side. We want to keep this in your back and in your shoulders and out of your lower back. This is also a nice core workout because you have to keep your core on. Whew. All right, guys, so that was 1 time through. You go through 2 more times for your total body, upper body workout. Then come back and join me for our weights. All right, I know that you guys just knocked out those 3 rounds of your circuit for your upper body workout. Way to go. Let's tie it up nicely with those 3 weighted workouts at the end. Start by grabbing your heaviest dumbbell, and I mean it, your heaviest. We're gonna go big today. I got 20s. We're gonna start with just that bicep curl to the top of our shoulders. Remember, we're kissing the top, slowly placing it back down. We're gonna do 10, rest, and then you're gonna do another set of 10, rest, and another set of 10, and move on. Remember to rest. I know I'm terrible at it too, but it is important to give our body those breaks and to recuperate. Whew. Now our heavier weights here, have a slight bend in your knee. Keep that core on. And breathe. I think we have 2 more on each side maybe. You know I don't count. That's why I use the circuits. 1 more, 1 more. Last one. Alrighty, this is where you're gonna take your rest and go through 2 more times. But I'm gonna move on to that next workout for you and go to tricep kickback. So tricep kickback, we are gonna be back on our mat with a lighter weight. You know, I keep looking at these 15s thinking they're gonna be too heavy, but then I surprise myself. So surprise yourself. Grab the heavier weight, do the first couple, see how it goes. Scale down or keep your heavier weight. I'll never know, and neither will anyone else because this is your workout. So when we're grabbing for our tricep kickbacks on your knees, hinge at your hips. Gonna pick up that weight. Ooh, we're gonna keep that elbow in line with our shoulder. And you're gonna kick back. We're gonna go down to a lighter weight. I'm gonna grab a 10 and see if a 10 will go. Let's try again. Hinge, elbow, and kick back. You do 10 on each side, and that is 1 set. So things to think about here is you want that chest to be square down to the ground again, keeping our body square and aligned. Keep that elbow up high. Stop that weight at your hip. Oh, I probably have like 2 more left, right? Yikes. All right, switch to the other side. Gotta set up again. So really stick your hips out and move so I can see my hips. Stick your hips out, lift that elbow, and lift that weight to the ceiling. Stop that weight at your hip for that slow and controlled burn. Nine, one more. 10, nice. Whew. I really killed our triceps today. You're welcome. Alrighty, last up for our weighted exercises are our bent over rows. We can go much heavier here. So go ahead, bend your knees to pick up your weights. That's how we do so safely. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down. You want your heels under your hips. Stick those hips out, exaggerate them. Shoulder blades are tucked in nice and close to your ribs. Your core is tight. Your tailbone is tucked, so your neck and your back are nice and long. And we're gonna pull those weights to our hips. 2, 3, 4. So down to your knees, up to your hips. Think about your elbows going through the back of the wall, not up to the ceiling. 8, whew. 9, one more. 10, whew. Gotta pet myself up today, guys. All right, that was your upper body workout. Come back and meet me on your mat for some yoga.